Well, you look just like a little hillbilly boy. I do declare. Oh, mercy me. Oh, the stars.
Their paths crossed like two hot wires. They roared off on what might easily have been a wild, romantic lark. But almost before they knew it, with the giggles still in their ears, they had bloodied up 4 states.
Where you going?
Get away!
Sonny!
Go on!
Honey?
Please, honey, don't never leave me without saying nothing.
Frank just figured on some easy pickings, didn't you, Frank? You know, Texas Ranger, you ain't hardly doing your job. You ought to be home protecting the rights of poor folk, not out chasing after us.
I know. Don't take a
Look.
What do you want to do with him then? Hang him. I don't know.
Take his picture. And then everybody's going to see Captain Frank Hammer of the Texas Rangers with the Barrow Gang. Now, you know, we are just about the friendliest folks you would ever want to meet.
Hey, Buck.
Yeah.
Get the Kodak. Doggies. Hold it. Hold it.
That's Bonnie, Faye Dunaway. That's Clyde, Warren Beatty.
Stop that car! Left up ahead, turn left! Left!
Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another movie review. And this review is going to be on Bonnie and Clyde, which was released in 1967. And the film stars Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, Michael J. Pollard, Gene Hackman, and Estelle Parsons. And this is based off of the true story of Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker, who were, a gang that traveled in the central United States during the Great Depression. And of course, they were known for bank robberies and, a lot of multiple murders. They even, were stealing cars, robbing small stores. So this ended up taking place in the Great Depression of the 1930s. And I've heard this film. Heard it's a masterpiece. It's one of the greatest films of all time. And I watched it yesterday, and it is a classic. I really enjoyed it. Very good acting from everybody here, especially, from Estelle Parsons, who won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for the film. And this film is considered one of the first films of the new Hollywood era, where it prompted other filmmakers to be more open in presenting sex and violence in their films, because this film broke many cinematic taboos, with, violence, with blood being shown. And of course, the film's ending, it's one of the greatest scenes in cinematic history where, it's one of the bloodiest death scenes in cinematic history where, they end up killing Bonnie and Clyde, the cops, at the end of the film. And basically, what the film is about is it's set during the Great Depression in the 1930s. You have Clyde Barrow, who was played by Warren Beatty, and Bonnie Parker, played by Faye Dunaway. Bonnie ends up meeting Warren Beatty as he tries to steal Bonnie's mother's car. And, we find out that Bonnie works as a waitress, and she's just bored by, her job being waitress, and she gets intrigued by Clyde, and Bonnie decides to take up with Clyde and become his partner in crime. Basically, robbing banks, pulling off some holdups, and they're stealing cars, and pretty much basically they turn from, small-time heists to bank robbing. And pretty much that's basically, what the plot to the film is about, is they're going around, stealing cars, robbing banks, and they go along with, another guy whose name is C.W. Morse, who was played by Michael J. Pollard. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. And you see, later on we meet Clyde's brother, Buck Barrow, who is played by Gene Hackman, who does a very good job in the role. And he's married to Blanche Barrow, who is played by Estelle Parsons, who does a really, really great job, playing her character in the film. It won her, Best Supporting Actress Oscar. And you also have an appearance by Gene Wilder. This is his first motion picture role, where he ends up playing Eugene Grizzard, who he ends up, dating this girl named Velma Davis, played by Evan Evans, and pretty much basically, Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, Michael J. Pollard, Gene Hackman, Estelle Parsons, they end up stealing Gene Wilder's character's car. So Gene Wilder and Evans ends up chasing after them, and then they get to ride with the whole gang. Gene Wilder, he's in the film for, good time, good amount of time. I really liked, his character, very, comedic. But overall, very good movie this is. It's a classic. It has a very good story, very good cinematography by Burnett Guffey, which he also won an Oscar for Best Cinematography in the film, just by, how, the close-ups are. I really liked how the close-ups were in this film. Some good, cinematography there. And, just the ending is, like I said, just one of the greatest endings in cinematic history. One of the very violent endings in cinematic history, where, Bonnie and Clyde get killed. And pretty much originally, some trivia here, that Warren Beatty, who was one of the producers of the film, he wanted to shoot this film in black and white, but Warner Brothers rejected that idea, and pretty much Warner Brothers was annoyed at Warren Beatty for refusing to star in the film PT 109, and Warner complained about the cost of the film's extensive location, which they end up shooting in Texas, and it exceeded its production schedule and budget, so they had to bring the whole crew back to the Warner Brothers lot, and it had already had planned for them to return for, final process shots of the film. And when it was released, Warner Brothers did not promote the film for general release. They only mounted limited regional releases because they seemed to, think that, the film might have a lack of commercial appeal to the audience back then in the 60s, in 1967. But the film was very controversial at the time because of its glorification of murders and for graphic violence. There's blood, being shown. But overall, Bonnie and Clyde, very good movie. It's a classic. It is a masterpiece. If you guys haven't seen this film, would definitely check it out. I mean, it was nominated for 9 Academy Awards, and it won, Estelle Parsons for Best Supporting Actress and Burnett Guffey for Best Cinematography. But definitely check out Bonnie and Clyde. Good acting, and it was filmed really well. Good cinematography. So check it out if you guys haven't seen it. It's on the list of the 100 greatest films of all time. But anyway, that's it for my review of Bonnie and Clyde. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoy this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until next video, I'll see you all later.